That's how we get into the spirit. Beautiful sunshine out there this morning. It's 8:22. You're watching Breakfast Television. We are in the kitchen with lifestyle expert Tina Barkley. Tina, you are going to teach us how to make our cookies not only taste good, but look good.
Well, and you know what? You're going to learn along with me because I am not a baker. I want to say that right up front. What I did is I did a bit of research on how to make cookies turn out better and have a little more fun. So the first thing is, I've done the work. The first thing is baking them, actually. I did a bunch of research because when you actually roll out your dough and cook or make the actual cookie cutter shape, they often come out of shape when they're in the oven. They kind of go... They soften. So I found a great website, smittenkitchen.com. They actually have a great way. I've got a picture of how they roll out their dough in between two pieces of parchment, so you're not always adding flour and making it stiff and icky tasting.
And then the parchment comes right off.
Well, it does, but you can also freeze it. You put it right on your tray, cut your things out, throw it in the freezer for 15 minutes. Nothing worse than having to have a recipe that says refrigerate overnight, and you're like, no, I didn't know. I'm
starving.
Exactly.
Or I want to make them, get them done.
But the decorating's the fun part.
Let's do the decorating.
So over here, I've got a couple of examples of, first of all, cookies that have been cooked too long. So you want to make sure your cookies don't stay in the oven too long. Trust the recipe. Exactly. They should all be white. They almost look like they're not cooked. But this is a hot trend, taking a gingerbread man shape and making it into a reindeer by using it upside down.
I didn't even see it when you pointed it out. So there's your gingerbread man. I mean, why did she put the eyes on the wrong side? That's
and it's a reindeer.
The reindeer. There's the antlers of the legs.
Kids
what are these
fun.
things?
It's just kind of fun.
Ears?
Yeah,
Those
ears.
Are the ears.
There you go, ears.
Great.
This is another really hot trend. I'm going to get you to pick up that icing bag and kind of mimic this. This is the melted snowman.
Okay, we've already got the snow on there, so I'm just going to put a
just need a little dollop for the eyes. The other fun part about this is that you can just completely freehand this. But I've got over here, I'm just going to reach over here. There's even a cookie shape for that, where it's got the little hat. You can use just a little Rolo or something on there as well if you want. I've used a little fruit roll-up for the piece of the scarf.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing really. Yeah, his scarf has fallen off, so it's just kind of fun. That's something that's been all over Pinterest. So it's it's almost a little craft within the cookie making, which is kind of fun. Decorating's fun. You can do so many different things. You did a great job. Well done. Well done. Well done. And royal icing is what we're using here. It hardens quickly, which is great. And you usually use meringue powder to do it. You can buy it in any store. I don't recommend you use, pardon me, the cake icings. Those are more for cookies or for cupcakes and cakes. They don't harden. You want your icing to be able to harden.
So this is that.
That's right. You can also make it from egg whites, but it's much easier to buy the powder.
Just buy it.
So let's talk a little bit.
Here with this
I want to, like real pros, they use a stiffer icing to outline the cookie and then a more runny icing to flood the cookie. So I would use this icing in here to flood my cookie. So what I'm going to get you to do is we're going to show a technique here that I have not tried, certainly not on live TV. I'm just going to get this all in here. So notice this is really runny. It's got a lot of water in it. And what I'll do is I'm going to put a couple of dots of color in here, just a minute. And for a feathered effect, you're going to run the toothpick through the dots and just in any direction, just one direction, just run it right through. Yep, go all the way through. There you go.
Enough?
Yep, and do the next one. Like, see that fun effect? You could put that into anything, and we've done it on a mitten, but you could do it on a...
You could do it on a snowman.
On a snowflake,
you could do
on
it
anything.
A tree. You could do it on a candy cane.
A lot of people find snowflakes particularly intimidating, but really if you just put a crisscross on them and then just add V's, little V's. That's all you have to do to make the whole thing look like a bit of a, again, I am no pro. I've done...
That looks awesome.
I've done a few here at my left that have turned out fairly well. And again, I've done this in sort of two, the white has hardened. But there's so many great pictures on Pinterest and online that you can get lots of ideas from. I've used lots of different cookie cutters. I've got cookie canes or candy canes and trees and lots of different sprinkles and things that you can find anywhere. One of the things I love...
We're running out of time. I'm just going to start eating.
No problem. The little sprinkles you can buy in smaller packages at Michael's these days, which makes it a little less expensive.
Don't get me going on Michael's. Just don't get me started. Thanks so much. The cookies are great. The display is outstanding. Now I'm just going to enjoy this cookie, and we'll be coming back with your weather forecast after the break.
Sounds good.